Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Oh yeah. Welcome. Cut my mic up a little bit. Cut my mic up a little bit. Cut my mic up a little bit. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, y'all. You know what we do this Monday through Friday. You heard the intro. Monday through Friday. Anyway, I'm with Todd. Todd said, "I'm so glad I never owned a pair of Yeezys."
Why? What happened?
Because it's the ding-a-ling Yeezys.
Oh, because he said he was in a relationship with his
Okay, he doing it too much.
his gay cousin or something, or he made his cousin gay or something.
He's doing too much.
Way too much.
The dangling. Yeezys. Anyway, I think
he just going through. That's a cry for help.
Cry.
He ain't been right since his mama died, man.
I tell anybody.
He really ain't been right since she died, man. And after watching that documentary, I realized, like, yo, that was his number one supporter. You know what I'm saying? And once she was out of here, he was out of here mentally.
I can see that, especially with him being the only child and things like that, and it was just him and his mom.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Ever hear his song, Mama?
I knew he was a touching individual when I first met him. He rode from Chicago to Detroit with his MPC in a blanket.
Oh, wow.
I knew he was a touching individual then.
Got you.
So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got the crew with us. The one and only Brittany Chanel is here.
Good morning.
Okay. Well, look at her glowing. And of course, the perfect gentleman, the one and only B.Todd is with us.
Yeah. Top of the top, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, give me top.
You look nice with Cardi's on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was earlier today. Oh, shout out to our award winning.
Are you mad that she's an award?
Hey y'all, good morning.
Chanie is in the building. Award winning engineer.
I feel like you're upset
That's so
that she's
funny.
an award. Award winning.
Okay.
That's kind of like a hater.
It is. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. B.Todd is award winning too.
Yeah. Of course.
The only people not award winning.
You were part of the team. Don't do that. And Gurf won.
What exactly?
Right. See, people always
he won something
because people be ready just to say stuff.
That'd be us quick to say shit. So
I mean, I think we're all winners at this table.
Yeah.
I think everybody actually won.
Go ahead, do that again, Chanie. I don't see how long you hold.
No, for real. Give me off.
How long you better keep it before she said?
Everybody know we in at this table. Everybody won.
Everybody won.
Yeah.
We all winners. Shout out to the
What's
pastor.
gonna happen this year?
No, this year.
This year gonna be something else.
No, for real.
Well, tell me about the win again. So
Lock
I
them
know
doors.
that for sure.
Thank you.
Doors, yeah.
Lock them doors.
We had to realize there's more podcasters than came out.
That's true.
In the past year.
Lock them doors.
Lock them doors. We won 50,000.
Look, I'm coming out here for something. Lock them doors.
Well, if I get nominated again, I'm good.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah, it's just all jokes. Definitely. As long as I get
it was allegedly reported that Kanye officially said he sucked Dangling.
No, he did say it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you surprised though? I mean, not like that, but like
honest, I'm not surprised at anything that anyone does.
exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Come on, Skip. And what about Shannon?
Shannon, he didn't. I ain't gonna do that.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do Shannon.
No, that allegation.
I'm gonna be on his show soon.
That's what I said. I ain't gonna do Shannon. Hey, Shannon.
I feel like the moment somebody black show goes up, that's when stuff like that starts to happen. Like if you
get
look
attacked.
Yeah, you. I saw some of the text messages between like that seemed very. You know that was a good exchange.
Yeah.
I think
Fair exchange, no robber.
I think as any black artist in this industry, we always should be on guard and protecting ourselves, no matter what. Just because I feel like it's always going to be an attack on us.
You know, I know every since somebody told you about your shoulders and you laugh, now you just keep your shoulders down like this.
No, I still laugh with them.
And she does. She just did it last week.
Sure did.
I'm gonna laugh with my shoulders.
I really don't care.
Anyway,
Nobody can laugh without moving their shoulders.
Yes, you can.
Laugh. See how that moves?
Yeah, see?
That wasn't even a real laugh.
Yeah.
Without moving their shoulder.
No, you be
Well, that's because my body is small, so everything
that might
is
be
extra.
True. Okay. Shout out to Will Smith, who really been on social media, dog, and pushing. Too short.
He is rebuilding his brain.
He need to. He need to. Because that was crazy.
I like his
Yeah,
album.
a lot of people lost a lot of respect for him doing that. You know?
I like his album. Too Short just dropped the album.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Talking about what? Right. Blow the whistle.
No, the fact that it's still relevant.
Walk with a whistle when I fall down.
I'll be honest.
I like T Grizzly talking about being married.
I like that.
Yes.
I love that for him.
And the fact that, yeah.
I do love that.
It's beautiful.
I don't like that Kevin Gates tried to come from my family.
Hold on, not so much on Kevin.
No.
He came
from my
crossed the
royal.
line.
He came from my royal family.
And I rock with Kevin Gates
I like Kevin.
musically.
We can't really hear you, B.Todd.
I rock with Kevin Gates musically. My problem with what he said, it sounded suspect. He said, I don't like the way LeBron James' wife look at him.
No, he said she basically don't be look. She look at him like she gets irritated.
Yeah,
I mean, did we not say the same thing when Kanye West was looking at his girlfriend at the Grammys?
First of all,
I'm just saying.
No, listen though. It was about the handshake. They got a whole handshake together. But Kevin Gates was saying the way them white girls look at him, it should be the way his wife look at him.
They're lusting after that man, and he's a black man. She don't have to do that. Why? Because he's hers.
But no, my problem with Kevin Gates is why do you care about how somebody look at their guy? You know what I'm saying? Like that's a little weird to me.
Kevin Gates is weird.
He is, but that just made it weirder. Made it weirder.
I love LeBron's response.
What did he say?
It was so grown.
What did he say?
said, "King doesn't bother himself with peasants. We're to queen, or what's next queen, or something." He said like that.
Okay.
Whatever the case may be.
Mature response.
He said peasants.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happens when you're royalty. We don't concern ourselves with people down there.
Kevin Gates like, look, man, I just want to try to get on the record, man.
No.
That's how it
I
works.
love Kevin Gates, but when he did that, I was kind of
I like
upset.
Kevin.
I lost respect.
Here's my thing: the man is married. Leave him alone.
Right.
Yeah, you're not.
He's not. No. Not only is he was married, but not only are you not married now, you just sat up here and turned this whore Babylon Muslim, and you ride around with her like everything cool, like. She wasn't just in everybody's inbox or in their house.
Did he?
Brittany Renner Brittany Renner.
Oh, really?
It's not spelled like that.
And I don't know.
Every time he's with her, she all,
Muslim.
Yeah, exactly.
All I have to say is, do not come for the
royal
James family. Leave them alone. They not bothering anybody.
Why is you? That's my thing, though. Why are you talking about his wife and how she look at him? Look at what you got next to you, my guy.
My thing is, look at what the man has done with his wife. his high school sweetheart. I'm sorry,
high school sweetheart. Come on, man.
Look what they have built. That's what I'm talking about. Leave people alone. We need to have more people that aspire to want to build families. But you know what? That. I don't care what they say.
One thing I noticed about them New Orleans dudes, they talk too much. Boosie, another one. Sometimes some of the stuff he say is funny.
It be in their music.
They talk a lot. They talk too much. They too opinionated.
I agree with you. Y'all give us a call 810-560-0658.
Don't come for the James. Right, Andrea.
I got a question.
I'm gonna stick beside them.
I got a question for y'all. Though.
I will. I just will.
I'm gonna be on the Wednesdays. I'm gonna bring things that most people don't know and things that they really thought about but didn't really think about.
What, IT?
That's a good answer. Good question. No, I got a question for everyone here. I think Chanie already know the answer because I told her I was going to start bringing this segment to us on Wednesday. How long do you think it take to count up to 1 billion?
How long do I think it count to take to?
What the hell you just say?
How long do you
think it'll take to count up to 1 billion?
That Tootsie Roll commercial. 1, 2,
exactly.
3.
Yeah.
No. How long do you think it would take to count up to 1 billion?
I have no clue.
I'm gonna say 30 seconds. Is that over? Are you putting a time on it like that?
No, yeah,
just like a time frame.
That's what I'm saying, like a time in that sense.
Yeah.
So it can be in a sense of days, months, years, hours.
We're actually talking about counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Actual
counting.
Out loud.
I'm gonna say 45 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
Because I'm probably gonna say less than that.
I said a few days to a week, depending on the consistency.
How long would it take for you to count to 1 billion?
I say 2 minutes.
It can't take no 2 minutes.
It's not gonna take 2 minutes. I'm gonna say.
But this is a billion.
Because I feel like this is a riddle and this is a trick question.
It's not.
No.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's the question. And that's why I didn't get it.
This seems very riddle-ish.
No. How long does it take to count to 1 billion?
2 seconds.
No.
How long? I already said my answer. Tell me.
31 years.
Oh.
And when he said that, I said what? Because I said a few days to a week, depending on how consistent you are. Because you might want to take a break from counting.
To count up to 1 million, it take almost 11 days.
Really? And we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 31 years to count up to 1 billion.
That's how long it's gonna take us to make it too.
Text money night.
So I asked Chanie, I said, Chanie,
where did you find this, on Google, or were you looking at riddles?
No, because I've always been curious about how long it takes to do things, right?
Oh,
and then because when we used to count money, I used to be like, I'm not saying about it. We need a money counter.
So how did you count, when you count to 100, did you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or did you do 20, 40, 60, 80?
It all depends with the dollar, whatever dollars we had with that at that time.
Because not that I've been around a lot of them, but the white boys, baby, they know how to count that money,
don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just asking.
It'd be real quick and rubber band.
Not
that I've been around any of that.
My boy was so dope. He used to be like, depending on where it come from, he'd be like, put all the 5s, 1s, 10s, everything together and weigh it. Once you weigh it,
and that's what people some people say you can weigh it, how much it is, and things like that. So, yeah, that's interesting. Well, that was a fun fact.
Definitely fun fact, and it tripped me out. I'm gonna bring some more fun facts to the table on Wednesday because I really be tripping out. Like, people really don't think about a whole bunch of other stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, people don't think.
Right.
Because thinking is so ghetto. Shout out to
somebody said reading is ghetto.
That's exactly why a lot of us is in the ghetto. Exactly. They ain't reading.
Yeah. I agree.
It's crazy because reading it stimulates your mind and it makes you think.
Absolutely.
And you have an imagination. You can think outside the box. Okay,
change your train of thought.
That's really what reading is, and it's interesting because everything is all mental.
A lot of things are very mental.
I watched a movie on New Edition. They were doing an interview. And that's what they were saying. They was like, it's all mental. I'm like, what the heck are they talking about?
Everything is mental.
It's it's mental. But then when I finally started paying attention, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, that's why they always say mind over matter.
Because if you can get your mind to do it, then the body follows.
Okay.
All the time.
Which is interesting, right? Because it's also in the Bible where God is also talking about constantly renewing your mind. Because he's constantly reminding you who you are. And the world is constantly telling you who you're not.
Yeah.
So the mind is the battle is in the mind.
All the time. That's why if you notice some of the greatest villains and heroes play with their minds. Doctor Strange and all them, they play with their minds and illusions and things of that nature. Speaking of illusion, let's go to the topic of the day.
Is it illusional? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Misplaced anger.
Yeah. Yep.
The Bible talks about this too.
The Bible.
It was a wild word.
But the Bible speaks of this a lot too. Quick to action and slow to anger.
Slow to anger.
Yeah.
And
misplaced anger falls right in there because it's a lot of times, boy, you'll catch Todd on the wrong day.
but you know, but I think
You'll get Todd on the wrong day. Todd like, no, B, no.
But I think anger is the second emotion, if I'm not mistaken.
I think anger comes from
Being
the
hurt.
emotional. Yeah, the emotion part comes first.
It's
and
a second emotion. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, anger is a second emotion.
I think it's the third.
It's not.
Yeah.
I think it's the third.
The good thing is that is in most cases it's temporary, like any other emotion, any other feeling. I just believe that
'Cause before
when stuff be happening, people don't. I know how hard it is to like think straight in the heat of the moment, but when something happened and you be like, "Oh, I can't believe this person did this and did that," and when you get some time to yourself, you be like, "Wait a minute, this is kind of my fault."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't do that. So
that's what
Anger
I think.
is a secondary emotion.
Secondary.
But that's what it is. I just said that.
No, I think you were talking about like how it plays.
No, it's a second emotion.
Because I wanted to know where the ranking came
it comes
from.
That's what I thought it was.
the primary emotions, feeling fear, sadness, or hurt. And that's what I'm saying. Most people like that are angry.
Have those feelings.
Yeah, it's really they're hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anger is not an emotion. Anger is an action.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I said before.
But can it
That's
be an
why they call it
emotion though?
secondary.
No, anger is not an emotion.
No, that's why they call it secondary because
Yeah.
it's really not. It's you're acting out because of the actual emotion, which
Yeah.
would be the hurt, fear, or sadness.
Exactly. So that's what I thought you were ranking it because I'm about to say confusion would come in second.
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, I learned that in psychology and social psychology, where they were talking like I had to learn about emotions and all of that, and that's how I learned that secondary anger was a secondary emotion.
Got you.
Because it comes from something deeply rooted.
It comes from something other than
Yeah,
it's
so
not
like
a-
when you see people when people act out a certain thing, it's really it's from something else.
Right, and
Which is
that-
usually fear or hurt.
And that's how love would be an action. That's why they say love is an action word because love is a secondary emotion as well.
Well, I agree that love is action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting too because I really feel like us as humans really don't even know
What love is.
what love is. We've like have these different
That's what I'm saying. They gotta be
Because it looks different for everybody.
adjectives that we can use for them, but they're not. We really don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
It's different levels to love.
I just don't think that we really know what it is, and I don't think we're gonna really experience it until we go on somewhere else.
going up beyond.
I hate that song.
I'm sorry.
Going
At
up
the end, that's how you know the funeral has concluded.
Going up beyond.
Now you know. Hey, look.
That's how you know it's over.
When I hear them chords coming, I'm like it's time for me.
That's
to
what I
go.
said. The funeral is over.
The casket is about to close.
Yeah, you know.
And then it's
I'm sorry.
always it's such a slow. Just close
It
the
is.
thing.
It is. They say that if the slower they close your casket, that means you got good insurance. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. They said if you don't got
Is
good
that
insurance,
true?
they just slam it. I don't know.
Listen,
I ain't never tried it.
when my sister when they closed that casket on her, they had to move me
Yeah,
out of there
cause just seeing it.
because I couldn't bear.
Yeah, I can't take that casket.
I
Yeah.
said, "Let me go."
Yeah, I know this is off topic, but do you feel like that should not be an option at the end for the family to go back up there for the last time?
I think
Because of
that should be an option.
Because of
I think it could be an option.
that's
but
where
it's-
things just get emotional.
But
and
it's
just
the worst.
things.
It's the worst feeling in the
Gonna be
world.
emotional. Period. It's a day.
Yeah, I
You
get
Shout-
it.
you don't feel it until it's over.
Shout out to Calvin brother. Calvin brother went to his wife's casket, took her jewelry off,
Yep.
kissed on the forehead, and he closed the casket. Damn it.
Casket. That's
Casket
real
himself.
though.
Be that smoothie.
Yeah. You know, it's the bubble guts. Bloop, bloop.
Okay.
I'm Chanie, yeah, all right. I see you, Chanie. I see you there glowing. Glowing
thank
and
you. I'm
showing. She let her hair down. She whipped her hair back and forth. Shout out to Will Smith for ruining his daughter's life. That's a misplaced anger. Did you see the one where she really cut into him? That was a misplaced anger for real.
Listen, I don't know if anger could be misplaced though.
No, she found it that day.
I think so because even with like for an example, parents they can have a bad day, take it out on their kids. That can be misplaced anger, or just people having a bad day, and now you get the bad end of the stick just because they had a messed up day. Or
if Willow was my daughter, she would have got her ass whipped that day.
For what? No, for because I'm up here like where
misplaced anger.
But she did the misplaced anger thing when she said, "I hated you for that."
What? Hated you for what?
But she was speaking about the past though, like
but she was saying that, but it been in her for long. He ain't know it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And she brought it at the table and started crying. That hurt that man.
She said that she hated him.
Yeah, because he told her she had to go do the concert tomorrow.
Yeah, and she cut her hair, but that was her fault.
All right.
Top of the top, caller, you on the air?
I whipped her ass.
Good morning, my brother.
What's going
Hey
on?
man.
Good morning.
Hey man.
Everybody.
Say man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I buried my brother Saturday. This past Saturday.
Oh, sorry for your loss.
Sorry to hear that.
So, I know a lot about the misplaced anger, and Brittany was just saying about the, it was a sad thing to witness, like seeing that dough drop,
Yeah.
I mean, the casket door.
We knew what you meant, man. We weren't gonna correct you.
Yeah.
It makes you angry. It does make you angry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it make you question.
You don't know who to be angry at, but it does make you angry.
Exactly.
And it make you question your life. Like, where am I? Where do I stand at in this lifetime?
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that you're going. You be like, I have not begun to even start my life, or I'm not ready to go, or
I've been wasting my life,
or I've been wasting my life. And so it's a lot of things that go on in your head, and that's not an easy thing to even talk about. So, hey Calvin, how you doing today? You all right?
Not now.
Oh yeah, I'm decent. I'm
Not
just,
now. It's gonna. It comes in
soldiers don't
waves.
keep fighting. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't have to always fight. Like, I think you just have to, when the emotions come, you just have to go through it because it's gonna come in waves, and you're gonna go through all the emotions. You're gonna be happy, then you're gonna be hurt, you're gonna be angry. Yeah, like you're gonna experience all them because it's a process, and it's not that you're ever gonna forget them. You just learn to live life without them being there, but it's not. Like I said, it's just gonna come in waves.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna do. Like you could just be sitting at home, and then a thought come, and then you be sitting up there laughing, and then next thing you know, you mad, you want to cuss them out. You know what I mean? Like it's that's just a process. And then people be like, "Oh, it gets easier. It gets easier." It's not that, and I don't think that it gets easy. You just learn to live life with them not being there.
Yeah.
That was the fight part I was talking about. Like you just like every day is just that you going back into the the battle, which is life. But
but you gotta. I mean, like because I went through the process, you got to go through the process. Yeah, like you have to do it, and it's okay to do it. And like when I went through the process, I didn't even really experience until a year later. Mm-hmm. Like with all of the emotions, like they just came one day and it just flooded me.
Yeah, because some people really be in denial. Yeah, they don't actually feel it.
Some people just keep moving, and that's really big in our community. It's like, oh, I got to keep moving, I got to keep moving, and that's what the process was until I had to sit down. Yeah, and like it just all just came over me, and it was like, what is happening? But I needed to go through it. Yeah. It was like a cleanse. Mm-hmm. So like now, I can talk about it and things like that and not get as emotional. Right. But you still have your days where it's like, dang, I wish they was here so I could talk to them.
The number one killer is when you go call their phone.
And I never did that.
You never?
I never, like her is still on here like in my favorites, but I never called and I never did that. But the process is even different because the baby's involved.
But it kind of by the baby being involved, it kind of helps you too. Yeah, to witness what miracles and what glory is about.
Well, she helps with it, but when she's not there, that's when we feel it the most. Yeah,
I tell people this all the time. whether it be a friend or family member, when you realize that that person will never be there again, it hurts.
Yeah. So Calvin, are you going to like grief counseling, or you haven't decided to do that?
No, I haven't. Like, you know what I'm saying? I haven't went to a lot of funerals. My father passed in 2020, and I hadn't been to a lot of funerals like since then. And that was one of those instances where, you know, you had to, like you said, you couldn't stop. You know, I couldn't stop after that. You know, so it was like I didn't have a choice in the matter. But it's like I will at some point probably try to seek that out.
Yeah, I think that you should. And another thing too, you can write a letter to your brother.
Yeah.
And that always helps. Yeah, if you just write the letter, you can keep it to yourself. You can write it, or you know, burn it afterwards, or read it out loud, something like that. But that always kind of helps cleanse you.
Yeah, kind of like releasing.
Yeah. So just saying everything, even like were you mad, were you happy, were you angry, all of that. You could put all of that in the letter, and yeah, it'll help too.
And on his birthday, eat something like his favorite food or something that he used to always eat too. I mean, yeah, or drink his favorite drink, whether it be a pop, a juice, or whatever, or his favorite liquor. I mean,
most people gonna do that for sure.
Yeah, say anyway.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
and I'm sure when you get somewhere peaceful, he'll come in your dreams.
Yes,
because I've been visited quite a bit.
Yeah,
so
definitely
that always helps when they come in the dreams.
I'm just gonna open up a hotel called Hotel Heaven, to where all my people just stay there because I can go there when I want to, because they come to me often.
What helped me a lot, Calvin, was after my grandmother died. It was like, it sucked, man, because my grandmother was the realest person in my family.
Mine too. Same here.
So when she passed, it hit hard. Like, I never cried or felt that much pain in a long time. So what helped me a lot was just the good times with my grandmother. No matter what, I was always laughing. We was either laughing together or I was laughing at her because of something that I did, because I used to pull pranks on her, because we used to live in a duplex, so my house was right next door to hers. So yeah, it was fun. But like, that's what I think about a lot. Anything funny, anytime I even get sad, I think about the funny times. And that was what majority of it was anyway. It was always something to laugh about.
Yeah,
that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy, because it's like my grandmother, man, like God rest her soul, like a lot of the things y'all hear me say, that's who it come from for real.
Yeah.
A lot of things y'all hear me say on the show, off the show, like a lot of that come from you know, being raised up under her.
Yep. Me being blunt, that come from my grandmother. She the one that everybody want to stay away from, because she gonna say what everybody else is thinking.
That's the beauty of getting old, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all right. Old, you can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna be talking so much.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna stop talking.
I got a show to do.
All right, for sure. We appreciate you calling.
Thank you, Cal.
Appreciate y'all.
Same here.
Has there ever been a time where y'all like had an issue? Like, let's just say, for instance, you know, Telly, you had an ex or whatever, and you find out that ex moved on. Did you ever feel like, okay, I feel some way, but some of it is my fault? Why did we not together?
I feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm never the type of person that, you know what?
It'll never be
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm the type of person where it's like, okay, if it just did not work with the shaking of the head, if it didn't work out for us, I would definitely let you go out into the world, move on, and do what you need to do, because maybe I wasn't that for you. Someone else could be.
This ninja don't never answer the question. I feel like everything.
Was that not the question? That was a good answer to the question. It was very demure.
Very creative.
Hey, look, here's the thing. Get the hell out of here, Chanie.
Very creative.
What about you,
I don't understand how the question wasn't answered.
What was the question?
See,
I was asking, like, has there ever been a time where, you know, let's say you was with somebody, it didn't work out, they move on, you feel some way, but you also say to yourself, this is partially my fault why it didn't work?
Well, if it's an ex, it's an ex for a reason, so not in that case.
So she said the same thing. Hold on, we gonna get back to that top of the top caller.
I'm doing something.
It's okay.
Hey, caller.
Hi. Oh, hey, caller.
It's Rhea.
Hey, Miss Rhea.
Why she sound different?
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. What you doing?
Lord. Shut up, Miles. We on a serious topic. No.
We are. We can't laugh too much.
I am giving my condolences to Kyle. I said it in the comments, but he has my condolences on his brother. We was talking about grandmothers, though. So when my grandmother passed, wow, like, it's been years, but it still seemed like yesterday. And I keep my grandmother's ashes around my neck because she was cremated. Keys of her ashes. So a lot of people think that that's weird. But that's their business. But she surrounds me. And she was like, I swear it's hard. It's like our grandmamas was the same because we had a duplex. We stayed next, we lived next to each other. But Susie Q, what I did, because she had Alzheimer's and dementia later when she started getting really bad. She lived through cancer. She did all of that. Had everything else under the sun, but passed at 88. So it was still a blessing to have her as long as we did. But she never wanted to be a burden, which she would say she didn't want to be a burden on anybody. And I was like, you're never a burden. And she, passed in God's time. She had a DNR, so it was do not resuscitate when she had heart issues. So I respected that. My thing is, I recorded her alive when she was alive, and I thank God that I did because those. I just go back and look at all the videos. I have a lot posted on Facebook, but I also have my private ones because stuff she said was off the chain. So she was like, "What's the grandmother that passed that everybody would record the?" What was that grandmother?
I don't know who you're talking about. She was like 90 something. Oh, she was a hot.
Yeah. That was my grandma.
She was a
all day.
I loved her.
She was so real. Funny as hell. She's like, and
my mom. It was only my aunt and my mom, and those were her two daughters. And for her funerals, they was like, y'all really had a lot. Like my grandma, like she said, my mama 88, but like all of y'all friends, like felt like they do her. I said, well, they did, the ones that was close, but. She had a whole following on Facebook. They would come up and say, Susie Q Chronicles, or Susie Q, like, when you posting your grandma? Where's your grandma at? She's so funny. And I said, yeah. And she used to want to go on later when she was like, oh, we going on the book face? That's what she called it.
You're like, yeah, we going on there too.
I don't know why old people can't never get it right.
They don't
be trying to.
Maybe going on the Gram Insta.
Right.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, my granny talks the podcast.
Right.
She don't call it the podcast. She call it the podcast.
Okay. Because she said what she said.
I don't want to go too deep. I put in my comment. I know Todd be checking the comments. But when my best friend, his wife, she committed suicide. So when suicide comes in, it's a whole different level of misplaced anger.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother hour and 2 hour conversation because people don't know what to do with that. Like, it's okay to be angry.
Yes.
You can be pissed.
Yes.
But but you don't know if you had something to do with it.
Exactly.
Right.
All
especially when they don't leave nothing behind.
Or especially when they do leave something behind too. When they say, remember you didn't do this.
Even then you question what's up. You feel like it's foul play. Somebody do something to them. Yeah. Because I always tell people, if you ever hear me taking my own life, investigate. Somebody is setting you up.
Yeah.
I would never. And that's something that people say never say never. I will never.
Well, with psychology.
Ever kill myself. I would not do that. So if y'all hear that happen to me, investigate. Replay this video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Thompson,
in psychology, they actually said that when people do that, it's actually selfish.
It
is.
It's actually a selfish act.
That's biblical too.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a selfish act when someone does that, but
because they don't put in consideration
the people that it affects. Yeah.
But I have a question: are they not affected the most by it?
Well, because I don't know if you ever talked to anybody that's tried to commit suicide, but I know a few people that's actually tried to do it.
That's why I said it.
And when they surpassed getting past the mental part of it, they realized they were being selfish because they were, whoa, it's me.
I'm the wrong person to talk to about it, and I recognize that, and I told my cousin that because she tried, and I was that person that was like, you selfish. If you do it, that's on you. And I was very, very angry that she even brought it up, but it was a cry for help.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in that moment, but I was like, that's selfish. Like, you sound stupid, you sound dumb. That's real reality of what happened.
Talk to you about it.
No, because I've had 3 people before that.
Like, hold on, because I'm not even dumb.
But at the same time, I agree with Miss Rhea because it is selfish. And then if you've ever talked to anybody that really has, when you listen to like the reasons for why they want to do it, it's always woe it's me, it's me, I'm this. Some people do have an actual mental illness. You know what I'm saying?
We found out later she does, but I was like, I don't know, I still didn't feel bad. I know, that's just me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Being schizophrenic that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Those things play a part too. But when it's because depression is real, right?
Yeah, but
very much
to a certain extent.
Depression.
Okay, I'm sounding like I'm waiting on Dorian to call in. Lord, I'm holding the phone like Calvin. I'm sorry, y'all.
We appreciate
Lord,
you.
I'm listening.
Hey, but you know what though? Real talk though, depression is real, but I've experienced
to a certain extent.
That's what I'm about to say. Sometimes depression is a choice too, because you can get up.
Woe, it's me, right?
Right.
And when you're depressed, and the reason why I know because I've been through it, right? Me too. It's basically looking at. Coming from your place of a lack of, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have blah, 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 blah,
exactly.
blah. And it's like, wait a minute. You got to come from a place of gratitude. Like, okay, wait a minute. I do have this, I have this, blah, 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 blah. So it can be, like you said, it can be a choice, right? Because some people are depressed because they're not moving. They sit and standing still and things like that. But there is truly...
so I got a question.
There are things that is heaviness, right?
Yeah.
There are things that do be heavy on you and things like that, and that's a real thing because that's biblical.
Yeah, I would look at it like this when because depression. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not coming out of minds, right? In the sense of having understanding that you just got to pick yourself up. Right?
Yeah.
Not having motivation, and people are like, look towards God. Look at you have children. You know what I mean? I keep bringing this up. I asked one time, who do Superman call when he need help? Right? And he the strongest of his bunch, right? Of his group, and no one said call me. You feel me? I felt some type of way, right? And I was like, well, damn. Well, look at your daughter. I mean, just look towards Jesus. I'm like, y'all don't think I thought about all this?
Right. That's the one.
Right. How about this? How about somebody say, call me, bro? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me hear your voice. You know, now people be like, if I put something, they be like, are you okay? You know, but it's just easy for me to say, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. Okay, cool, and they hang up. You know what I mean? It's like
because that's the most simplest thing to say. Because if you really tell people, "Hey, I'm not okay," do you think that they really gonna, like? What can they do to really help you?
Oh, if I tell people I'm not okay, it's a whole different story. They're like, "I'll be over there in a minute."
But at the end of the day, right? Everybody has their own cross to bear, and it is a point where you come to, I got to get myself out of this.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And I hate to keep bringing it to the Bible, but I have to go back there, right? Because that's what the Psalms are for. Those Psalms were David picking himself up. Like Psalm 23, where everybody like, oh, that's the church. Well, no, that was him talking to himself, like picking himself up.
That's
you know
why I tell people the story of David and Goliath to me was not the story of a real giant. It was a story of his ego. He had to destroy his ego.
Yes.
He had to make sure that he was okay and put himself back on normal plane so he could understand and listen and hear God first and understand the steps that need to be taken.
And that's why you got to know who you are sometimes, because you got to remind yourself who you are to pick yourself up out of, because depression, like I said, depression it is real. Like I said, to a certain extent.
Caller, you
hey,
there?
Caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dora.
Thank you for taking my call.
No problem. Yours is always accepted.
If you wake up in the morning and you brush your teeth, take a shower, go do what you got to do, and you don't think about whatever it was, you go through the whole day, and whatever that was bothering you, or you was depressed over, or you had, or because they lost, you're healing right then and there, because you went a whole day without even thinking about it. And I think a lot of the process is, like you say, you got to come out of it, but that's there's no one thing. Like, you know, we had that one discussion I think it was a month ago with Lake about seeking, mental help, talking to a psychiatrist. And really, the work is still done by you yourself. The psychiatrist is just there to just kind of, it's like a guidepost. You know, if you choose, you know, and a lot of people are in our race do not choose to do that.
No,
they're self-medicating, or they're eating themselves out of it, or they're over-sexualized, or they're materialistic. We distract ourselves with so much stuff with trauma. That's why I was saying yesterday, our culture is that of trauma. You know, what else can we really hang our hat on? In our culture, you know, other than music and dance and innovation, which we really don't highlight, is because look, majority of us, even our leaders, are depressed and they don't know what to do. And I would tell anybody, look, you go through a whole day without that on your mind, you're good. Just stay like that, you know. You just got to kind of put stuff out your mind and go along with your life, because life going to continue with or without you.
That's true.
True
indeed. This earth is going to keep glowing. This circle is going to keep on going, whether you hear it or not, or whatever you've lost, because that life is a part of death. Death is a part of life. It's one big circle. So you're going to lose people. Some people are going to be premature, but guess what? That was their time. They decided to end their lives, or disease caught up with them, or they lived a very long life, and now you're feeling sad. Why are you sad? Because they lived their life and now they're dying. To me, our existence is based on selfishness, survival of selfishness. And we must understand that just like a plant grows, it eventually dies, and then it's rebirthed in another form. And so if we take that and ride with that every day, with that thought that, hey, this is part of life, and people are going to die. We're going to lose things. You're going to have challenges every day, because we got to make choices every day. And some of our choices might not be right, might be wrong. But whatever it is, this is just part of the existence of your being. And your body is just a portion of it. It's your soul and your spirit that's going to live on forever. That's never going to die. But this physical stuff we hold so dearly, and we're under these I like to call them first world problems. You know, oh, I can't pay this, or I can't go here, or I can't do this, or this. I don't look. I'm the happiest person I know right now. The happiest. Yeah, I be having misplaced. I'm literally upset with my dog on neighbor right now.
Your anger be misplaced a lot of times.
I mean, but no, in the comments, Dorian, I understand that's a good reason why you have misplaced anger. He's trying to go to sleep.
He mad at the neighbor.
No, I was about to try to call in, and here's the thing, though. I was cutting her grass, and she didn't hire somebody to do it. That's why I'm kind of pissed. He out here just playing in the yard. And then, look, normally this is the time of the year to cut the grass. You kind of allow it. You start cutting next month, not now.
Yeah, you know, as soon as people get nice weather, they ready. Because they trying to be outside.
Because it's still raining. April showers bring May flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I used to be a landscaper. And believe me, right now, I would not cut anybody's yard. I'd be like, let it grow. Let it be as green, because this is about as green as it can possibly be. But misplaced anger, or someone calling me from a strange number yesterday while I'm taking a nap 2 times. Not to give me some information. Yeah, look, and you're sitting right next to him, the perpetrator, by the way. Miles. Yeah. I mean,
it was just...
Yeah, he got me yesterday. He got me real good.
See, people be getting through Do Not Disturb.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
And I don't like that.
Me either.
That's why I'll never put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because I feel like people going to get to me anyway if they really want to. So.
And see, that's the thing, though. I never put my phone on Do Not Disturb. For what I do, I'm always open 24 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
When you call it from a strange number, I'm like, oh. And I was slob. So it was like 2, 3 in the afternoon. But, you know.
I'll stay on Do Not Disturb. I disturb them anyway.
No, serious. Okay. That's what I said. People can still get through that Do Not Disturb.
Right. We appreciate you calling in, bro.
Some kind of way. But, no, I mean, I just think that we should all just take a breath. Try to make ourselves happy, because the world won't make you happy. You know, you're gonna get upset with a whole bunch of stuff. Man will fail you.
Yep.
Man will fail you. And look, whatever man touches,
man will fail. Okay, because you put your trust in the
man will fail you every time with 2 minutes. We
definitely. Missy Elliott told you,
and even more in 4.
No 1 minute, man.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate you.
All right, y'all. Thank you, brother.
Yep.
Shout out to Dorian. Dorian, man, I like the fact that he come in and he has sensible conversation.
Sometimes.
Dorian is very sensible.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell y'all sometimes. I wanted to go back to Todd's question that he had.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, go around to the rest of the table.
No, because
you was saying what I think I was
because
saying.
he said an ex. Now, if it was somebody that was a potential and it didn't work out,
either way,
I probably might feel some type of way.
Okay, now why is that?
Yeah.
Expound on that.
Did you say expound?
Yeah,
because you don't know how to even spell it. Because sometimes, well, you're not dating, but in the dating world, things be moving
shakily.
Cool
yeah.
Sometimes, and then people
swift.
like to move on quickly.
Right.
With no reason for
Too
telling
quick.
people why you've moved on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just so happen to see you with somebody else. Like, oh, that's what you was on. You know what I'm saying? So that probably
with no communication.
With
That
no
we gotta be.
Yeah,
Okay.
See, here's the thing. I can't even
Women
say
know
that
why.
because
Women know why men move on quickly. Go ahead.
just like y'all should know why we do.
Okay.
Well,
Because my thing
it ain't because
is,
we ain't putting out. It
ain't even that.
Y'all ain't putting in nothing.
I've ghosted a few times. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I've been perfect. But the dudes that I felt like deserve a reason, it's like.
But I don't feel like ghosting is bad.
It's bad.
It's not bad.
It is bad.
It's not bad because like how Miles said, they know, right?
No, some dudes don't know.
No, some dudes are oblivious.
They know.
Some dudes don't know.
They don't
But
know.
like the ones that I have a lot of respect for, or something like that, and it's not working, I will give them.
Yeah. But most of the times, yeah, like I never, and it's funny, when I was dating, I never cared. Like, because I think it's because I was so honest about what I was doing. I didn't care about what nobody else was doing. So I would see.
Because everybody be lying.
Yeah.
This is what I never understood about dating. Everybody coming saying they want the same thing, but everybody's single.
We missing.
Yeah.
So you can't want that. You just want to see if you could get what you can get and move on.
I think that's true.
I played it real cool when I seen one of my things out with somebody else. What up? It just kept moving.
You didn't care.
I didn't care. Exactly.
I caught one of my things. We was both coming out the room at the same time. And then she looked at me and she just looked at me. I said
See, now one of our things, are we exclusive thing?
No, because here's now what I believe a lot of dudes want the relationship stuff without actually being in the relationship.
They want those benefits.
I blame it on friends with benefits.
Indeed.
And that's why we're here today, because people want to play these whole
friends with benefits. They last longer than real relationships.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
But here's the thing for me.
I'm sorry.
For how I look at
it's
it,
unfortunate, but
what are you getting out the deal as a woman besides getting used?
No, you're not getting
Your
used.
body's being used.
Your friends with benefits can be a friend. No,
you're still being used.
Your friends with benefits can really pour into you.
Used, don't abuse.
All you getting is a wet butt.
No, it's not. Because your friend can pour into you, give you advice. They can set you on the right path, mind you up. And you getting that?
You just getting a wet butt.
Do y'all feel like ghosting is cowardly?
No.
Well,
so
friend with benefits can definitely pour into you.
Yes, they can.
In more than one way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I'm ghosting, it's because if you ghosted, if I ghost, it's because you are just weird.
You know.
Okay.
Like, you're
That's
just
what
weird.
you know.
It's like, nope, I can't waste my time. Or, I know you want some trash.
Would you respect the guy that let you know he on some trash?
I would respect you if you let me know you want some trash.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But most people don't let you know because you don't want to stop talking to him after.
Listen, ma'am, I'm very attracted, but just I want to have sex. Okay,
I
just
do
sex.
actually
I would be okay with that honesty.
Listen, I like you. I think you don't. He's like, well, I know you're not that type of girl, and I'm not gonna play you like that. I said, thank you. I respect you.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But
That's
you know
real.
the crazy part is she be like, shit, I'm on that too. He be like, oh shit.
But I wouldn't have said it like that.
Perfect.
Of course she wasn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. But I had so much respect for him. I'm like,
Brittany, the way
That's why you
fuck, knuckle.
So wait,
I can respect that.
so wait, that didn't draw you to him? Mm-mm. Oh, okay.
That would have
Brittany,
did.
I tell you what, I don't care what.
Because his excuse to me was a bit of a coward move because he didn't want to put the work in, but he thought it was going to be work that it wasn't about to be the type of work he thought it was about to be.
Well, presidential. No matter what, however you present yourself, you can be the biggest freak in the world. We would never fucking know. I'm just telling you like that right now. Because you could be a whole nother person.
Okay, I'm glad you said a whole nother person.
I find it so interesting because you've been out with me and I'm the same person.
No, I'm talking about like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a point in time in my life. I lived a whole different life, right? People used to be like, hold on, wait a minute. They be like, so I thought you said you stay on the east side, so I do.
You just lying.
No.
But you got an apartment house on the west.
No. I know. I actually had an apartment downtown. And
he was for the streets.
No,
he is for the streets.
He was for the streets. Like,
he ain't gonna be like. What's your point?
My point was, I lived a whole different life from what people seen versus how I lived.
Gotcha.
When they see me, they're like, "Oh, he cool, yeah, okay."
But at nighttime, you was so different.
Wait a minute. What was you doing at a swingers party?
I wasn't Bruce Wayne, but it was just like, hold on, nigga.
So what's your point? Because you know you gonna go.
It ain't one.
What's your point?
Brittany,
it ain't one.
You might be a whole nother person.
She is an actress.
Exactly. Hey, Ashley said ghosting be warranted sometimes, and then Rhea said,
"Thank you."
I don't know.
It's necessary.
But then Rhea said ghosting is the worst, and you deserve what you get from time to time. Misplaced anger you gave.
Oh, Miss Rhea, don't try to read me like that. Nah.
So but I have done it.
You
and
know,
it has been done, but.
Cause you ain't ghosting a good time.
Yeah, like
so you know,
I've ghosted stuff that I felt was definitely.
Yeah. Did somebody ever get at you for
it's
it? Though?
Warranted
for ghosting them.
Yeah,
they ain't had a chance to.
Well, you ghosted me. I didn't.
Well, they ran into you.
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
I didn't have a chance to say that.
Well, you gotta go outside for somebody to catch up to you.
I didn't mean to ghost you, but people know,
they know,
but they want to hear. I think people want to hear.
Why you gotta hear something? You know, you heard.
No, not really.
Well, the one ghost, I don't know how that happened, and me and him didn't even. It just, I don't know.
And then Cal said, "Friends with benefits create misplaced anger." Also,
it does.
I could see how that could happen if there's no real communication.
Is key.
Somebody's getting attached.
Simplicity is key in those situations. Somebody's getting attached. That too.
No, so I mean, friends with benefits, people are getting attached.
Okay.
Period.
That's friends with benefits. You can really be like this with your friends with benefits.
The fact that y'all call it the benefit is just having sex. So I don't know why y'all just want to say y'all
that's
just
not
buddies.
the only benefit. All right, we're buddies. B-U-D-D-Y got a period in between each letter.
Yeah, because the B is for business.
Yeah.
No, because to be honest,
the D is
a lot of people that friends with benefits
we was almost there.
Lake said there's never a point. He just run his mouth like a marathon. Thank you, Lake. Me and Lake are like only two women. They be asking Miles, "What is your point?"
Yeah,
no, for real.
Because Miles, you can get in an argument with Miles, and this argument is going to be a granddaddy story.
That's why he don't like to argue.
And then you come back, you're like, "Why am I even mad at him?" Because what is your point?
His argument be a whole trial.
But just think about how Just think about how Miles be getting over by telling these long ass stories.
And I really believe honestly,
somebody you can owe somebody money and make them forget that.
Talk his way out of it.
Tired of paying you $26.
75% of his stories are not true.
Oh my god!
Or 75% of them are drag.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
I believe 75% of his stories are not true. Because he always talking about I lived this life.
So you just lived in a life, huh? So you didn't live.
Like Kevin.
And the reason me and Chanie was dead for most of it.
That's true. No, that's true. I wasn't even a thought.
Y'all just think y'all still in your dad's.
So when they thunk, friends with benefits only works when you can control your emotions.
That's true.
That's what I'm
saying.
Gotta
be grown. I ain't say you didn't have to be grown.
You know what it is? You gotta be able to get it in and get out.
No,
I think that's how
no.
I think that could work.
If you're sitting up, laying up with this person, you're going out with this person, you're having dinner with this person, you're doing all these things, but we ain't together. Somebody's getting attacked.
That's what I'm saying.
But we're not together.
But that's not friends with benefits.
Yes,
to
it
me.
is. You my friend.
I think friends with benefits is just keeping it sex.
That's what I just
That's
said.
it. No,
because we doing other things than just sexing.
You in a relationship.
Well, we ain't calling it that. We're just friends with benefits.
She had that grandma hair bounce.
Because so this is exactly why this is why everybody in the black community for sure is where we are today when it comes to marriage, relationships, and dating because of that right there.
That's not true.
It is. Okay.
Listen,
so if
I'm here for a good time.
You going out
You laying out with this person. You doing these things. Y'all going to weddings.
We're going to weddings. See,
y'all
we being seen too many places.
But that's what I'm saying.
We going too many places.
Doing all things.
You see what
I believe too much. I believe friends with benefits is strictly relationship.
We're not going in public that often.
How often are you with your friends?
That's swallow.
I know.
That swallow was something else.
No, what I'm saying, because she talks about the benefit can be everything. What is the benefit?
He can pour. He and or she, depending on who it was, they can pour into you.
What you do in a relationship?
Can I get an example?
I don't want an example from you.
Not from you.
I don't want an example from you. Because I know people that have friends with benefits and they go to weddings.
Okay, that's great.
Wow,
do they
that's my friend. So if they need a date, that's your date.
Do they match?
No, they don't do it.
I think that's cute.
First of all, that's too much.
Oh my God. Tell me, don't. Everything is kid. Like, no.
Thank you, Dorian. It's called a situationship.
There we go.
Whatever you want to call it.
We all been in
situation.
But it lasts longer than relationships. Yes, it do, because relationships. Listen, I have a question. Well, not even a question. I have something to say. So when it comes
do you really?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
When it comes
is it relevant?
Yeah, very. When it comes to situationships, right? You have less pressure than a real relationship, which is why I feel like it lasts longer. Because the minute you go from being just friends and you make it exclusive and you save that man number, that's when stuff starts getting shaky.
So you saying that the thought process is different? Well, the expectations are lowered at that point.
That's why it lasts longer. Because as soon as you're in a relationship, you start to expect that man to do relationship things. You want him to do this, you want him to do that, this, whatever. If y'all just friends with benefits, y'all kicking it, y'all doing this, y'all doing that. He's going his way, you going your way, even if y'all do lay up. If y'all do spend a couple nights, y'all still going y'all separate way. Like, it's not...
It takes a very non-emotional woman to do
that. That's what I'm saying. You
have
to be able to be in control of your emotions.
It's not for weak.
I think the only type of woman that could do that is a woman that's been promiscuous, that's been out here. You know, that's the only type of woman.
Or she got other things going on.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. That's the only type of. Those are the only two types of women I think that can keep that emotion up out of there.
Yeah, because it can cause misplaced anger. I will say you do have to be very emotionally intelligent and grown.
A wet butt.
No. No.
Brittany, have you ever just left with a wet butt? Because you really.
Emphasis on wet butt.
That's what my grandma always said.
Brittany driving home like I drive home like I ain't getting nothing out of it but a wet butt. I can see how
I don't have those problems.
Okay.
Right.
I don't have any of those problems.
Motherfuckers be leaving you gold bricks and shit.
I don't have any of those problems.
That's a damn shame.
Clock it.
But Brittany, you got. Brittany, you can honestly say that your man you probably dealt with could be a lawn guy, a landscaper.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Lawn
landscaper.
Your landscaper dude.
He's a businessman. He's in control of his own business.
He be in your bushes though. Listen,
he's trimming them. He's trimming them. You have to trim from the inside out.
It's a 10:30 time.
Yeah, you put it on the break.
You put it on the break. We'll be right back. Y'all watching Rise and Grind on the show.
Oh my God.
The Rise and Grind on the show.
Break it.
On podcast. Don't forget to go to YouTube and hit subscribe. We'll be right back.
Child, break it.
I can't wait for Britt to be a grandma.
Yeah.
Hell.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off.
I
risking my life for little $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, then smack a bitch.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Hey y'all, see that little break?
I'm sorry. I just looked at what Lake put up in here. I cannot with Lake.
Lake don't got shit else to do.
Lake is hilarious. I love Lake.
She's I work every day. Evidently, you working on there. She's on this damn thread.
I was on the thread at work yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
I was gonna say Lake.
Y'all wasn't working. Y'all got life.
I was at work.
I was just listening.
Okay. But Britt, that's the longest you ever been on the morning show.
Well, I like Lake.
And it was a good show. It was a lot.
I only watch to see Lake. I see you and Chanie all the time.
Okay. That means she loves the Lake.
And I be worried about Chanie half the time.
Delightful. Yo, Lake is crazy.
Lake,
I just looked at
Lake. Listen, Lake be having some good points. Okay,
that sounds delightful.
I ain't mad at
the
you.
whole time, Lake.
The whole
time. Her name is Lake.
I was about to say something, but I don't personally like to put my business out there. We'll talk off air.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why we like?
I'll put it on air. Listen, Brittany be having people up under the beds and in her bushes. That sound about the same, don't it?
No, they doing work.
It really sounds stupid.
They doing work.
Yep.
They doing work. They trying to get.
They trying to get to the work.
Little things up under the.
They trying to. The man up under the bed trying to get in
This
there.
is exactly why I don't. The things up
I'm
under.
trying to help my girl.
You don't have to help me because this is why I don't share nothing with Miles.
Yeah.
No, you share that on air.
But I nobody asked you to keep repeating it.
I mean,
Dang. You keep talking about some old stuff. You the type of ninja that don't know how to forget nothing.
Exactly. The guy called me from Gardner.
You alive.
Gardner.
Yeah, put it together. That's what I'm paying for. Put it together.
Do Brittany really know how to
Dog,
say
lie on the fly. This nigga is hilarious, dog.
Seriously.
I don't believe nothing he says.
Can Brittany really sell beds? I'm like, I guess, guys.
Heck yeah. You see the shirt? That's a business shirt. You get stuff done in that shirt.
Hell yeah.
I like it. You get stuff done.
Well, thank you.
That's a damn shame.
You get stuff done in the button up.
And is that a Louis Vuitton shirt?
No.
Is it Gucci?
Polo.
It's Polo.
That's
you
what-
learned something.
I know, that's right. Shout out to everybody who got gypped off. We've been getting ripped off by these companies for years. China
But
ain't
guess what? We
shit.
still gonna
And
win.
look, hold on, listen.
Yeah.
China ain't shit. There's a lot of people at Hutch this weekend too, turning in their cardies like, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the regular company.
They doing that?
Yeah, man, listen.
You said they doing. Wait, say that again.
They buying directly from the companies that actually make the cardies.
Why not? I ain't about to be
Smartest thing.
spending all that money.
$1,500 for some glasses.
I don't know.
And still can't see.
Right.
No prescription.
Exactly.
No prescription. Zero.
Man, that's crazy.
But it look good.
Who you laughing at not
Man,
Because they going in on the comment.
Because now Calvin and Yamina, is that how you pronounce her name?
Yamina. Oh, hey, Yamina.
They going back and forth.
She had my
What are
bees
they talking
yesterday.
about?
I don't know, but it was funny.
Call in.
I was watching Yamina exercise.
See, Miss
yesterday.
Rhea said.
Yeah, she was on.
Wait, no, Lake said.
Did you see his face?
Yeah,
So I don't.
Miles
Lake
was
said
funny
this
to
to Miss
admit
Rhea.
that.
My friends with benefits did everything with me, and when I found my man, I walked away. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Friends with benefits. I don't know.
Friends with benefits serve a purpose.
Thank you, Yamina.
Miss Rhea replied to Lake.
Okay.
So I'm assuming Lake said that.
Who said it first? Whoever said it. God bless you.
Yo.
But y'all laughing at me talking about they don't go to weddings. Yes, they do.
y'all
Go to
friends-
I mean,
weddings.
they
That
may go to an
friends-
outing.
Y'all friends with benefits serve a purpose. A lot of people was
Friends
like, okay,
They may go to weddings.
Let me have a good time with you before I find my husband or wife.
But I
That's
do.
it.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with that.
Some friends with benefits, somebody does want more than the other one's willing to admit.
Of course.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So they just gonna
I
settle.
don't know how many times I told girls, hey, look, this is all it's gonna be. You gonna get play it. Don't try to get serious. And they be like, I don't care.
If you ever came up and said something to me like that,
I would never.
This is why you gotta keep it P. This is why you gotta keep it P.
Smack him.
I would never address nobody like that. I mean, especially now.
A guy would come up and
It's rules to the game. It's rules to the code.
Play you. Who are you
Trust
talking
me.
to?
But here's the thing, though.
This is when I went through my Master Splinter phase, so I could get away with that stuff. I never would talk to a class.
Say that to.
I know. I'm a good judge of character.
Because I will mace the mess out of you. Oh, he want to get maced today. Oh, he want to get maced.
What bear spray?
Yes, and go to jail.
Yeah.
Me?
Mixing somebody.
I maced someone twice.
Someone.
Someone.
Okay. Yeah.
Someone guy.
Oh, they got maced.
Some young guy.
Y'all funny. Okay, it only took 10 minutes.
Better than me shooting.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
Even
I
though you
will
want
make
to.
you. Yeah, I
That's
will make
true.
you. Come up to me and say something stupid. You ain't gonna have your eyes
Hey,
tomorrow.
look. I tell you what. If you see a bitch,
Hey,
smack
what if
a
you?
bitch.
Hey,
Smack and spray 'em.
what if you pepper spray somebody and didn't do nothing to them, and they kept talking to you? Like, damn, girl.
I'm like,
Like, you know what, damn, girl.
I'm like, are you resisting?
You feisty.
Oh, you resisting? You resisting this?
He might be the one.
Oh, no.
That might be the one.
You fighting through battles for sure. You might be
That
the one.
might be the one. Talk about misplaced anger.
That may do something.
Oh, Telly, I know it to do something. You look at
Cause I'm like, you made it through this obstacle to still get to me.
Telly be like, you made it through the Hungry Man's contest and you still can't.
Stop calling you on the air.
You only use your insulin once.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
How are y'all? It's your favorite comedian, Renee Drake.
What's good?
Hey, I had to call because I couldn't get in on the other radio show, so y'all are
Damn.
All right.
So you said we the second best?
It's okay.
y'all the best.
It's okay. Keep calling in here. You can get through.
Hang up on her ass.
What? I'm putting on y'all show on my YouTube.
Okay, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hold on. Hey, and then I just called because, I don't know if y'all talking about anger or if y'all talking about side piece. I don't really know.
We talking about Bo.
Okay.
Bo.
So this is what I want to say about the women who is it? Chanie, you said you'll be a side piece. Or, I mean, not a side piece. Not a side
She definitely said it.
I did not say I was going to be a side piece.
Hey, listen, can you get your phone out the water?
What?
You saw under the sea.
That's because y'all know I got an Android. Y'all know I got an Android. Relax.
That's how it works.
Allergic phone.
Now we understand your misplaced anger. Go ahead.
But now, since I know I could get myself directly from China, I will be getting me an iPhone. It's much cheaper.
Period.
And then this is what I'm saying about when you do that friends with benefits, that's really the real pimping right there. So get your pimp on, my baby. Mm-hmm. Do that, and you don't have to go home with a butt. Because that's what our aunties used to do back in the days. You know, Miles, you know that they used to tell a man they was going to give him some, and they really wasn't, and they'd be waiting. So who really had the misplaced anger?
The man, it's called blue balls. Shit. Sad women be like, I'm on my way. I'm going to give you all of this. You know, the man of the got in the shower and shit.
I got cleaned.
You got cleaned up and shit.
That all you know? Do you know how many?
Took the dishes out
Sometimes
the tub
people just
and
be
put it
falling
in
asleep.
the dishwasher finally.
Do you know how many TVs we got back in the days? No.
The first flat screens. Damn.
No, I just had to call in. I'm about to put y'all on this big YouTube. So thank y'all. Have a blessed day.
Thank you so much, you
so
too.
wonderful. So glad to see you. Hey, keeping it cute over there, Brittany.
Yeah.
I see you with the switch up on the glasses, my baby. Okay, I see you.
Thank you.
I like yesterday she had on diamonds. What's she coming with tomorrow? Pearls, girl, do your thing.
If you come here with some pearl studded cardies, we fighting.
Why?
Hey, She keeping it cute at all times.
Thank you.
She ain't keeping it
All right,
shit.
see y'all. Love y'all.
All right, bye.
Thank you for that call.
Miss Rhea said they talking about angry side pieces.
Okay, where to tie both in?
But the whole thing though, I think when women be side pieces or men be side pieces, I think they know what they want, and I think they know what they're getting into.
I don't see the men getting as angry as the women when they side pieces.
Men.
They emotional, baby.
Wait a minute, hold on. I've been a side piece mostly half of my life.
Same.
And I never got
Baby.
and I never
Very
got upset.
emotional.
I never got emotional.
I can't relate.
Chanie like, damn,
They're emotional.
Take your ass back home.
I can't relate.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm just saying, some
Listen, let me tell you something. I know y'all.
they getting their feelings bad.
Don't tell us nothing.
I know y'all.
You need to leave your husband. I couldn't see it.
Don't worry about that.
I couldn't do it.
Let that nigga take care of them bills.
That goes to the responsibility part that I'm talking about.
But I just feel like if you know your place in somebody's life, that's your place. So why are we
know your place?
That's it.
Respect your role.
Why do we have this sudden anger now?
That's it.
Why are you upset?
Oh, see, you the type of female. That's why I'm over getting mad to my. You, Jonathan, you already knew the deal, and he be like, "But I love you." But what is love? You know,
do you even know how to love?
I'm like, what do you love? Like, what are we talking about?
Let's talk about this later.
I love your hair. I love your curls.
I love all those things.
I can see a scene with Brittany talking to a nigga like that on the beach. That'd be so funny.
I love all those things about me as well. No, but for real dudes, listen, these guys are just as emotional as the women now.
I believe that now.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that now. But back in the day, back when I was in the streets, Miles was in the streets,
Baby,
it wasn't.
they the women now. It's like, what is your problem?
I was never tender dick when I was so
never.
So if y'all watch,
You didn't have to say that.
It's true. But if you
we were never TD'd.
You ain't watched Girth yesterday, right?
What was yesterday?
So Kevin had me like, man, shut up, Miles. You never made a woman do this, do that, said shit.
Was he in the room with you?
No.
He was disrespecting you in your face.
So I called the chick.
Oh shit!
I called her. I said, "Don't say a name." I said, "Don't say a name." But have I ever made you come more than 21 times? She said, "Yes." And he was like,
I'm definitely not watching that show.
No, for real. I'm so glad I did not.
I'm happy I did tap in. And Miss Rhea, she agrees.
Yeah,
she says the same thing.
Miss Rhea was listening to the show yesterday.
Yeah,
but Kevin just don't believe like her. She like 75%.
Actually, I don't believe 75% of what you say.
I can prove everything I say.
I don't really want you to.
So that's it.
You know not to swipe too much left on his phone, right?
Okay.
I don't even want to go through that phone.
Got you.
It's always on Do Not Disturb.
I'm not doing.
I don't want to go through my phone at all.
The only reason why I was on Do Not Disturb because I engineer a lot.
You don't be engineering in the morning
or at night.
I do.
You wasn't engineering last night.
I was on the show last night. Now go for it, sister.
I swear, just like the dude.
He don't be doing because he.
Oh, so you gonna justify that?
His phone was on Do Not Disturb.
Justify it.
His phone was on Do Not Disturb this morning, and he was not doing anything.
I think his phone be on
You
Do
were
Not Disturb to
disturbing
be on the
me.
show.
Oh, but at some point you get off the show. Oh, okay, cool.
You still keep it on Do Not Disturb.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this: it doesn't bother me. I'm gonna disturb him anyway. Especially if I got something to say.
Okay,
Miles gonna answer this.
I think that's a smart move, though.
It'd be important.
I think it's a smart move to be on Do Not Disturb because that way you could wing out who you want to be bothered with.
I got some people on Do Not Disturb and they mad about it.
It won't go good for me.
That's why I said they emotional men out here.
Oh yeah.
No, it won't go good.
If it's a man and he's upset that your phone is on Do Not Disturb, that means he don't got shit to do. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Dorian said, "I'm the perfect side nigga. I'll keep our baby in check. Might even buy dinner for the family and just don't kiss her in the mouth." Okay,
I'll work.
See,
I'll work.
That's yeah. See,
okay.
I'm with Lake. I don't care, Lake. Me and Lake on the same page. That's why I said I don't believe half of what Miles say. 75% of what he says. I never want to know.
75.
Never
we
want
don't
to
care
know.
about your neck.
Statistics shows.
I never want to know.
Well, Lake, the only reason I was watching her workout because she was on live.
Who was you watching work out?
Yamina.
She was working out.
Yeah, and I was watching her.
Because you just perverted.
I don't think that's perverted.
She was live.
He's still perverted.
That's gay. She got in perverted. Because she let everybody watch her.
But she was working out. But you were thinking other things.
No, I wasn't.
Were you thinking of working out?
Yeah, I did.
That was Misplaced Anger.
A little gelatin.
I'm
just saying.
Back up off me.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh my God. I hope that ain't Lake. It's Lake. I bet.
Lakey pool.
Top of the top, caller, you in there.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
Y'all gonna do that every time?
Every
matter of fact, every time.
You know what though? We actually knew it the first time because we was giving grace, but it's the second time. So say, man.
That's good though. Let's add that. But friends with benefits, man. It's a slippery slope because
sorry,
you don't know what you gonna get. You know, like once it get physical, you don't know what you gonna get.
That's true.
You know, on either side.
I think somebody wants more. Period.
Yeah, because it's like people underestimate the energy that's exchanged. You know what I'm saying, when you get physical.
Yeah, but that's when people who's immature. If you already know what y'all doing, that's if y'all having sex, that's what it is.
You know what it was when you signed.
B-U-D-D-Y. Because it's gonna be an agreement for the act to happen, but then you know after that. It can get collateral damage.
Yeah, because we don't never know what after that look like. We just hope that it's good.
But that's all.
All right, then, man. Thank you.
Misplaced anger is people macing people too.
Yes.
Oh God!
Listen, don't come over here being disrespectful. If you come over here being
toxic
disrespectful,
good girls on the next episode of B.Todd.
Toxic good girls.
Come over here being disrespectful. You gonna get made.
I mean, Telly got to be on the show too. Then
I'm not toxic.
I'm not toxic.
I'm on the good side.
No, you're toxic.
She just said something about macing folks.
See, I want me.
First of all, I'm going to mace you if I feel threatened.
But Britt won toxic. That's wild.
No, Brittany said she no.
Brittany toxic as fuck. Yeah.
Right.
Whoa!
I wasn't gonna say it's fuck.
Whoa!
I was gonna say it's hell.
I can see under it.
And I really feel like you need to change that because this is all on YouTube. Don't be lying on me. This for the world to see. Don't lie on me.
Brittany, it's not no lie. You toxic.
How? First of all, you
It's
don't
a good
even
balance
know
though.
me.
I think it's a good balance.
I am a balanced human being.
You had Cartiers on Monday.
Yes.
And what that mean?
I got diamonds in my car.
Yeah.
What that mean?
Brittany, you had a 7'3" nigga up under your bed. He's 7'3", and he's
7'3".
That's why
Hey, friends with benefits to have a nigga under the bed too.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's what
that
he
was
had
not
misplaced
friend with
anger.
Even if they don't fit up under there. That's
Okay,
crazy.
but they will.
First of
They
all,
athletic.
I ain't never sharing nothing with y'all ever again in life. Secondly, Maj, you're not about to call me toxic because I'm not.
Brittany, you are.
It's a good balance.
How am I toxic?
It's a good balance.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not. It's not.
Listen.
I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. Miles is.
First of all,
let's watch her next movie to come out. We see how toxic she is.
First of all, I love very hard. Secondly, I'm not even gonna tell you when the movie come out.
Look, no watch party.
You ain't gonna even see that movie.
We're not having a watch party.
When a woman says she love hard, you better watch out for that shit.
You do.
Why?
Because you might be up under the bed.
No, I don't.
I can't fit. Don't worry.
No, love hard is a requirement around there though. Around here, love hard is a requirement.
You gotta love.
But Brittany, I can see how I got right for them because you just have to woman have a bed that's 4 foot high that you got to jump on.
You do have to get a little lift to get in bed.
So yeah, I can tell. See,
Gotta get a little
Got a
lift to
step
get in
stool
bed.
on the side.
Yeah.
There's a bench.
Jeez.
He's like, so sis.
Marble floor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Rhea. What makes someone toxic? Because Miss Rhea don't think I'm toxic.
Well, let's start with
Shani has already said that she was.
I never agreed to me being toxic.
Thank you. I love Lake because Lake.
Yeah, you ain't gotta agree. You showing us every day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, at least I'm
and
showing
I haven't
up.
showing y'all nothing toxic.
At least
y'all
I'm
see
showing
on this show is what y'all get. Thank you, Lake. I appreciate it.
That's all I say.
All right,
Breaks is a little more subtle.
Cal, go around. I want you right now before you go around the table and talk about how what's everybody's toxic trait.
Yeah, no.
You better be careful.
Mr. Miles, he's in the lifestyle.
Not no more. I retired.
But my anger be misplaced.
Okay.
I retired 2013. Thank you.
Todd, man, Todd. I'm about to do that, Todd. But I had to say this too, man. Friends with benefits from the environment we came from. It was almost like it was like nature. It was like, second nature or whatever. Like from the environment we came from.
Well, yeah, but that's you remember the meme when somebody bring the real wife to the work party or whatever, and they got a work wife. Yeah, you remember
I don't
that?
play all that.
Yeah,
I don't play that work husband, work wife. Don't do that.
I know that's crazy.
I don't play that.
That whole thing is crazy.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Because I'm about to come up in here and set it off.
Okay.
Could you bitch? Smack a bitch.
That's Britt undercover though. That's her undercover.
No, that was called Netta from the movie Broad Day. Y'all go watch that on TV streaming now.
Netta lives inside of Britt.
No, I had to go find Netta.
Brittany, you know you toxic. You can tell you toxic.
I'm not toxic.
Yes, you are.
No, you know what it is though. Shannon and Brittany, they very, very beautiful women, but they,
agree.
They just like any other one. They'll get crazy on you if they have to.
Thank you.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you, Cal.
Thank you, Cal.
Oh, they agree to that?
Yeah, right.
Go ahead. Our toxic trait is Todd wants things to be a certain order, just like any other man. But it's like if it's not in order, Todd gonna show you. He gonna show you like, hey, this should have been done this way, or this should have. Todd is about order and structure.
Yeah,
but maybe to a fault.
That's true. That is true.
Okay, Miles an old ass nigga and Todd is an organized young man. Fuck that.
I didn't say nothing about old. I said you was in the lifestyle.
AKA old.
But look,
Lake is hilarious.
Lake is full of shit.
I love Lake.
Lake, yeah. Lake is insanely talented though. Like insanely talented. But I think Lake is like the independent to a fault woman.
Damn, you might hit that nail on the head.
What up, Tia?
And
what up?
I think Cam. I think Cam is I think she's like she look like she the mom to a fault.
No, the fuck she ain't. Okay, you all off, Cam. We'll talk to you later. You done fucked up now.
Well, I don't know. You saw her in Baltimore. What are you talking about?
I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
She wasn't the mom.
She look like she gonna take over. If it's like if it ain't laid out right, she gonna take over. Like maybe
to an extent.
Maybe control. Maybe she like not a control freak, but maybe she just like things to.
A controlled freak. Okay.
She just looked like a mom, like a mom that cares a lot.
I mean, she said that though. She said that she, kind of is that person for her friends.
Lake is
So I'm sorry. You may be on to something, Cal.
Yeah, we appreciate you calling in.
Thanks,
man.
Cal.
For sure.
You're not gonna get maced.
It's funny because it should be a show. Name Your Toxic. Huh? Name Your Toxic.
Well, y'all should do that show then, because I can't participate.
What, Name Your Toxic?
Yeah, I can't participate.
Well, yeah, but others may be telling you.
I can name you a toxic.
What is it?
That you're an actress.
No, that's facts too.
For real. Listen, Brittany.
All right, Cal. Thanks, Cal.
Yeah, listen, your toxicness will come through by you being an actress.
That's not true.
It's very true. I mean, just
because you could trick anybody. I think that's what Miles is getting at.
That is so sad that y'all believe I've been tricking.
No. I said that's what Miles is getting at.
Acting is being truthful. To your circumstances.
You can convince anybody of anything, depending on who you want to be. That's actually fire. It ain't really. I see how it can be. It's toxic if you use it wrong, but I see how it can work to your advantage.
I mean, anything that's done to your advantage, it can't be wrong.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me, Jesus Christ.
This young man was talking to a whole nother lady. She walked up to this man, grabbed his hand, and walked away with the nigga.
Who did that?
You did.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's toxic.
That's not toxic.
She knew what she wanted. She didn't want to share her toy.
Ambitious.
She got what she got.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's all bullshit.
Good time. She's like, I gotta run it back.
I'm bullshit.
I'm with Miss Rhea. Thank you, Miss Rhea.
What'd she say?
She said nobody on there is toxic. If y'all really want to break it down, it's low-key disrespectful in my opinion. And the only time I want to hear toxic is on Toxic Talk. Shout out to the fellas.
Right. Thank you, because I'm
Thank you.
I appreciate that, Rhea. Even though I am a little bit.
Like, I Lake is hilarious.
Speak for yourself.
I love Lake.
Yeah.
She's so
Mina
funny.
said everybody got to work, boo, even if it's just.
Yeah, Mina, she a big flirt. Yeah, she's a big flirt.
I can say,
I didn't learn that.
you should see her working out yesterday.
She's the tease.
No pain, no gain.
It wasn't about no pain. It was a whole lot of gaining.
Okay.
She likes to tease.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't
She
think there's
definitely
nothing wrong
likes
with
tease.
that.
I don't think anything's wrong with
Keep
that,
it
but she
interesting.
definitely likes to tease.
Definitely.
Keep it interesting.
Pop up at my job.
But Brittany, let's just
With
let's
that
get back
I'm
to you
cool.
on this topic
Why y'all gotta
stuff.
talk to me? This show is about misplaced anger.
And that's where your the acting skills come in at. You are misplacing your skills for your toxicity.
That don't even make sense.
They working hand to hand.
Okay, well, let me make it sense. I'm glad. Let me cook.
Because I'm gonna make it make sense.
Right.
He ain't got no salt, no pepper.
No, nothing.
No,
We
first of
can't
all,
eat nothing on our food when you cook it.
my seasoning tastes way better than Chanie's. Chanie don't show you
Ooh,
onions.
you know what?
Whoa.
Let me cook.
I thought
When
you
are
were
we
supposed to do a cook-off.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Let's do it. What's going down?
Lake said, wait,
Yeah.
she did what?
Yes. Hey, look, look at me. Hold
Right.
on, hold on. Zoom in.
This is something
Lake.
new.
The Casper.
Yeah.
Brittany,
Featuring
Brittany
the
was
Platinum Band.
Brittany was at a bar. She seen this nice looking gentleman. This nice looking gentleman was talking to, per se, another young lady. And Brittany just walked up to the man, grabbed his hand. He looked at her like, I'm just talking. Yeah, come on. And she just swooped him and went into another booth and sat down.
I did not go into another booth and sat down.
So-
I was leaving.
Let
They
him
left.
add his spice.
See how they be lying?
No. This is a good part.
Let me cook.
Let him cook.
Here's part.
He lying.
Here's the part. You could tell she wasn't in Detroit because this has been a whole nother fight.
No.
No.
Where was I?
No, this has been a fight. She was somewhere like Novi, some shit like that, because that when it went down in Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you were Aries.
Oh, she a fire sign.
All right. That told me everything I needed.
Yeah, definitely. I'm raising too, so I know.
Dorian said, leave me alone. Thank you, Dorian.
Oh, Dorian, Lake said send her them dick pics. She want to see them.
Jesus. Dorian gonna be like, I check your DM.
Wow. You like, they're there now. They're in there. Yeah.
Dorian's so funny. But yeah, go ahead.
Yes, Lake. Brittany is toxic.
I'm not
as fuck.
toxic. That's not toxic. That was just fun.
You are tagged.
As far as misplaced anger goes, it's gonna be a lot of misplaced anger at the Oscars. P3 coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah,
October 3rd.
Yes.
In my mind.
Somebody thought they was gonna win.
I'm gonna be in the back because I feel like stuff gonna be thrown.
Who that in the back? Yeah. Well,
gonna be a lot of misplaced anger.
last year for
Don't
real.
get mad if you do not win. If you did not win, that means you did not put in the work.
And if you did not get nominated, that
Are we doing the acting part again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
So shout out to Kamal Smith at the DFA this year. He won the Melissa Talbot Lifetime Achievement Award. So shout out to Kamal Smith.
Definitely.
Hey.
A good man.
A good man. Yeah. Kamal, all right. He all right. He's making his rounds and stuff. So shout out to Kamal. Rhea had Tia and Sabria on. They're promoting Energy 2. And Energy 1, that was a good interview. I seen that. And shout out to she interviewed the country boy.
The music.
The music.
The music.
Yay.
They did a good job with that. And I think we're gonna be all right in this game called film.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna be good.
Yeah. Just not now.
I told you I have nothing else to say about film.
Better late than never.
Good answer. Way to stay positive.
Yeah. Listen, I don't have anything ever to
try to
say
stay
about movies.
positive. It's the best way to do it.
Except for Ether, they're streaming right now on Tubi. Y'all go check that out.
Shout out to Ether. No, go check out Ether.
Check out Ether. Broad Day, Black Don't Crack.
It was originally what? Ether.
Survival as a Ghostwriter.
And
they rebranded it.
They rebranded and re-edited it.
Yeah, as Ether.
Cal crazy. He said, "Here comes the Zodiacs. I'm a cheater because I'm a Sagittarius."
I mean, is it something you want to tell us?
No, that is funny.
That's Yamina talking about. I am sometimes. I don't even mean it. Shut the hell.
It really be like that though.
People, but see, this is the thing, and I know they can see. It's people we think you really flirting sometimes when you really just being nice.
Yeah, I mean, I have a question.
True.
Yeah, I mean, do you?
Because some people not used to being
like when
nice.
you grab a nigga hand while he talking to somebody else, you lead them.
No,
to the
that
front.
was just her getting what she wanted.
Do you use your eyes to
Shit,
flirt
or
or?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see.
You gotta use your eyes.
So some guys think that women be flirting sometimes when they're just being nice.
Yeah. I mean, that goes for dudes too, but yeah.
I've been out the game for a minute, but the way these women flirt now is different. Like,
how are they flirting?
Do they be more aggressive?
It's not even just the aggression. It's like how they consistently want to talk to you, ask you certain questions. It's not even it's not being nice all the time. Sometimes they're showing that they're interested. Then you got the aggressive ones. The aggressive
But see,
ones
here's
are
the
funny.
thing. I thought that's what guys y'all wanted women to be aggressive and let you know, like, hey, I want you.
No, there's a thing called aggressive, and then there's a thing called too aggressive.
And you got my goddamn attention aggressive.
Yeah.
You
see, that's why I don't even like it.
The ones who get my attention aggressive is when we be at the gym and they do like this. And they drink the whole goddamn bottle of water. I like,
Miles,
they got my
when do
goddamn
you
attention.
ever go to the gym?
Right.
I went this morning.
To do what?
I went to go pick up my membership card.
I was about to say, I know you didn't work out.
Why they didn't mail it?
Wow.
Because you don't like to cut the grass. So I know you ain't in there
Yo,
working
we gotta
out.
get Yamina on the show, bro. She said, well, most Sagittarius are hoes. I've never heard nobody say that.
Damn. She sound like she a hurt female. Sorry,
Not too much on Yamina.
I'm talking about
She
Yamina.
sound like y'all don't want to play with that fire.
Okay, because you don't know now.
I tear Yamina ass up.
No,
You might
but
get hurt.
She's an Aries, so be careful.
Okay.
Share lightly.
She's a fire sign.
And I'm a Scorpio. Come get this friend with a benefit.
I'm sure she don't want that benefit. You don't even cut grass.
Then where's the benefit in that?
Okay.
Where's the benefit in that?
That's why you date women with condos. Ain't that white, Brittany?
Oh, I don't know.
She don't have
Right, she got a crib.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, she don't.
I was just trying to understand what where my misplaced anger went.
I know where your misplaced anger went.
I don't have misplaced anger.
Shout out to
Hey, Coke. Good morning.
Hey, Coke.
What Coke finally told? Oh,
He said, what up, though?
He took his time out to do a movie. Now he want to call us. Ain't that something?
Well, at least
He didn't call. He just jumped in the comments.
Say what up, though.
What up, though?
Lake said.
When people correct, like, you know what I mean.
Lake said, my friends with benefits was a Sag. They never want to stick around. That's
Y'all
messed
really
up.
be getting into these zodiac signs.
It's a thing.
Top of the top. Caller, you on the air.
I'm a Pisces. I don't know how to stop talking on the phone.
So you not a Sag.
So you know. So that's you.
When we gonna cut this out?
Cut what out?
Keep
This,
waiting.
the zodiac stuff.
When we gonna cut it out?
So here's the thing for me.
My
when it comes
zodiac
to,
is a part of me.
The thing with the zodiacs, I don't necessarily believe in them. I believe they have some truth to them, but I don't believe that we should follow them and worship them.
I think every zodiac is in every zodiac because I met everybody.
Like people making a whole personality about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've
But
seen
there are some traits and characteristics that does fit with those particular people born in that time.
Some girls really believe because they're a Taurus, it's okay for them to be on bullshit.
Just like Geminis think it's okay for them to have 8 personalities.
Nah, that ain't true. Now that's not true. You're looking at a Gemini.
And you got 8 personalities.
I got your back tied. That's why all Leos think they're the king or queen of the jungle.
But we are.
Why you say we? You a goddamn Scorpio. Why you saying we?
Have my girl back.
See how it just turned into something.
But who is it? Everyone that I know, we are all the same.
But there's only one zodiac in all that shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's Scorpio.
I think
y'all ain't nobody.
I think that see you
We
had
in
that
that-
she just clowned you.
No.
See,
You put your trust in man.
I mean, that was more so
They will
towards
fail
him.
you. But no.
Is that the end all be all though? Like when it if you sit
date
across the
men
table with
based
me
on
and you
those
find out what
zodiac
the
signs.
sign is that the end all be all?
For some women, it is because
Yeah, no, not for me.
Brittany said it's okay for a Gemini to have 8 personalities. I think it's more of a problem.
Okay.
No, I think it's more of a problem for Geminis to think they can have 8 different people. That's what the problem comes in.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good save time.
Well, I will say,
Good save.
And let's add up
I
these
think it's coincidences, but I don't put too much stock in it though.
but I'm cool with Geminis. But when it comes to the anger part, we probably would never talk again.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I feel like Aries are the angriest.
Damn, girl. Oh, sorry.
Because I done heard that too many times. I done heard like, oh, you this, oh, this, they this, you this. Like,
we get it all the
it's like-
time.
Well, the
Doesn't matter.
Scorpios that I have met and come into contact with are very freaky. Very freaky.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, Brittany. Any man that's gonna be around you.
No, I'm
It don't matter the zodiac sign.
I'm talking about.
It's attractive.
No, I'm talking about like the men and the women. Like they on a whole nother level. I'll be like,
I'm not a Scorpio.
Clock that ice.
Mom, stop.
Whoa.
I'm
saying like.
No, it just go to show you like you could be anything whether you decide or not. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying you're freaky is what you're saying?
That's exactly what he said.
I'm saying I could be. I could not. I could be. I could not be.
Yeah, well, I don't know, and I'm not interested in finding out.
That I'm freaky, then like
if a man's in front of you, he gonna be freaky.
Right. He don't care nothing about that sign. All he want to know is that sign to get up under that bed.
If you know, you know.
You know what?
The only sign that's gonna matter.
You know what? You that side. You just put your hand on top of that damn door.
They be swinging from the door.
Let me tell you something. I'm about to misplace my anger in a minute.
Okay, he's like, where I got to go.
We appreciate you calling back,
man.
Thank you, Cal.
Appreciate y'all.
Talking about.
I'm a Cancer, by the way. If y'all want to.
So you emotional?
That's okay. Well,
look.
That explains
tell me you better say that makes sense. You stopped yourself.
That explains it. And they are emotional.
I'm sorry, Cal.
They're emotional men.
I don't think I'm emotional. I think I'm passionate.
Emotional.
It goes into
the
same.
Whatever you want to call it.
The right thing, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely
It
emotional.
goes hand in hand.
In other words, Cal just said he'll tear your ass up, Brittany. Don't fuck around. That's what
He
just
did
said.
say that.
He did.
All right, Cal,
that's implied, but I ain't say it though.
You all right?
Who, me?
Yeah. Oh,
No, not that. I was trying to make sure that the claps was low.
Oh no, you put the cup to your
right.
head. I thought you were trying to cool off.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say the heat not even on, but
yes,
right,
Miss Rhea.
exactly.
Yeah.
You are. They say when you put your boots on, Miss Rhea.
Oh, them hobos.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
But I know you, Miss Rhea. You got a little kinky side.
Miss Rhea is
she's a Scorpio.
It's on her. Yeah, she got a tatted
It's
on her.
on you. It's on you, bad Miss Rhea.
Yeah, she got a tatted on her.
Hey, I'm not judging you.
Hey, look, Miss
Hey,
Rhea,
listen.
don't even worry about Brittany judging you.
I don't judge anybody.
Brittany is toxic.
What are you
as fuck.
talking?
Brittany really do not judge.
I'm not judging. I don't judge anybody because I don't care.
She don't.
At the end of the day, I don't care. I really don't. Miles is a liar. I just have to put that out there. He just want me to be toxic. That's all. But
Brittany, you
I'm
toxic.
I'm not.
You was the man was talking to another woman. You didn't know who she was.
That was ambition.
It wasn't his girlfriend.
How you know?
Because it wasn't. I paid attention.
She said, in other words, I took him from that bitch. She said,
If there was a girlfriend, she would listen.
It wouldn't have happened.
One thing about women, they can just walk in the room and detect whatever if they in tune with.
Hold on, let me show you this though.
If he was with his girlfriend, you could tell when men be with girls.
How about this? I'm guaranteeing this. I am guaranteeing this just by the action. Brittany had 3 conversations with that man and didn't talk to him a game. Now, hold on, watch this. Hold on. Now, watch this. Now, look at me.
I'm trying to understand.
Hold on, look at me. 3, right? The woman he was talking to, she was like, I'm glad she took that motherfucker from me. He wasn't talking about shit. She did not know.
She has 0.
Huh?
She has 0 conversation.
Right, but the whole thing was, Brittany, how many times you talked to that young man?
None of your business.
Okay. I'm just telling you because when women,
he was cute.
It's exactly. She went with the outer. He was dressed nice. He smelled good, right?
Oh, he smelled wonderful.
Listen, when a man smell good,
okay, but he was cute.
Watch this. How was this conversation?
Mediocre.
Okay,
boom.
That'll do it.
So how many times did you talk to him?
Enough to know that his conversation was mediocre.
That'll do it.
So twice, and the third time you said, "I'll call you back." You ain't calling back.
Enough to know that the conversation was
right. Rhea said Scorpios are only freaky when they're in a serious relationships. We are not freaks. It's a difference now. See, I should have let them keep their toxic comments.
That's true though, Miss Rhea. That's why. Yeah.
Miss Rhea.
No, Scorpios are freaks. Period. We just freakier in the relationship. I'm sorry.
I understand that.
I'm trying to help us here. You over here hurting. Listen,
cause Miss Rhea, now don't you lie here in these comments.
She didn't lie. She told a good majority of the truth.
Partial of the truth.
Yeah, partial.
That ain't lying though.
Listen,
that's not lying.
I rock with Scorpios. I don't have no problem with y'all.
Yeah, we cool.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Y'all
I'm cool with most people on
Y'all
that thing.
cool until y'all not.
Yeah, just don't mess with us.
Yeah. Because I can have a history.
Well, this, sometimes Scorpio. Well, I'm gonna say Scorpio women have misplaced anger. Whatever they get confused about, whatever they get confused about. If they get confused about something and thinks
they want to knock everything off the table.
They play in their own mind with some shit and be like, "Nah, this is what it was. Because this is what I thought." Like, wait a minute.
I had a friend. She was a Scorpio.
She was
Baby, Scorpio. Baby, when the miscommunication was off, it was confusing. I don't know why I'm sitting on the passenger side riding through something.
Because you get angry. That's why we don't like to get angry.
Would you calm down?
She put the bullets in the other.
Is this when you jumped out the car?
Once we there,
Is this
we're
when
there.
you jumped out the car? Mm-mm. Oh,
thank you, Miss Bria. I don't know what they be talking about.
But when you was like, let me out and just walk.
Oh, that was with my ex. I got out the car on that fool.
I appreciate you, Miss Bria. Let me actually love
I'd be ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, that's a damn shame, Leo.
That I got out the car?
No, that you just be ready to kill somebody because you're.
Oh no, he just was. Listen, my ex was a problem.
So I'm just asking.
No, we're not about to talk about this on air.
No, but you just talk about two problematic men you had. I mean, it's the only time.
So are you trying to imply that she the problem?
What are you talking about?
How about the one you?
The one I what? What is that?
That was the same person.
The same
person. Okay, that was him.
Under the bed and get cut.
Yeah,
he a dummy.
He didn't go down without a fight.
He's like, no, but I love you.
Okay. Anywho.
Read Yamina's comment.
What she say? Yamina, now we here.
She said, because Calvin, they said cancers are emotional.
It
Calvin
said
said
Scorpios
false.
are freaks in general.
What she
the
say?
women try to hide it and act mild and meek.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rhea and
Miss Rhea
and Chanie and Gigi.
Shout out to
Gigi.
Shout out to Gigi and
all y'all.
You know, Yamina, because it ain't for everybody.
Listen, I don't be having those problems because these Scorpios.
Scorpio.
Y'all.
That's what I call them. That's funny you say that.
Y'all be trying to be coy.
No, because if we was the opposite, it would be a problem.
But some of y'all are the opposite.
I feel you gotta know us to find out.
I'm still just.
Yeah, but that's what I've noticed though. A lot of Scorpios are play in their own mind and have misplaced anger. They
That's
create
true.
misplaced anger.
That's true. But where is it coming from?
It's coming from.
It's based on a true story.
It's coming
It's based
from
on y'all false perception.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
And you, first of all, you and Gigi live in delusional land.
Yeah, it makes sense
and
there.
Rhea beat y'all from time to time.
That's true. Pull up on me. But it makes sense
All
there.
three of y'all.
It makes sense there.
Now,
I love it there.
Miss Rhea comes out of her delusion from time to time.
You got Oculus?
What? No.
Delusioneers.
I don't. I had what's the name though?
What is that?
The VR headset. I did have that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
He said Oculus, sweetie.
Yeah, that's the hip.
Anyway.
Is that not?
I thought he was talking about Optimus Prime.
No.
Transformers.
But is that the little?
The goggles,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said the VR.
He said
I'm still in the game at all times.
Basically, he was saying it was the same thing. You just used a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
just like
it's some similarities.
Pictures and optics.
All right, Blanche. Dang.
I wish I knew who that was.
The Golden Girl.
Oh,
she don't know. No, come on now.
Just thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for.
Oh my God, y'all are hilarious.
Wednesday got silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
because how in
Well,
the
we started
word are we
off-
talking about anger?
we start off about misplaced anger, and we still there, okay?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not angry.
Brittany,
Not today.
Brittany,
I'm hurt.
I love to say, I love our opportunity.
I'm way more calm than what I used to be.
That's true.
I ain't angry.
I'm definitely way more calm than I
Top
ever
of the
been.
top, call you in the air.
I got misplaced anger to have to even defend the zodiac.
Thank you, Miss Rhea.
Because why do we care so much about this? It's just fun conversation.
Very much
But no, Scorpios, yes, are known to be a little bit on the freaky side.
Very
There's nothing wrong with that.
lot
We're
of
very
it.
in tune with our bodies. Nothing's wrong with that.
Indeed.
But it's when I can only speak for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that unless I'm in a relationship.
That's what's
I'm
up.
sorry.
So you're not for the streets. That's cool.
I'm not for the street. And neither is Chanie. Y'all
Miss Rhea,
now, the male Scorpios, they some hoes.
They
I'm
different.
sorry. That's what they
Now,
are.
the male Scorpio's different.
First of all, Miss Rhea, I seen your boots.
And that's sexual, and you can be sexy and chic at the same time. I think I mastered that.
Very demure.
Forget that shit.
You said no sheets. What?
No, she said chic.
Sexy.
Okay.
I ain't got no list.
That was wild work.
Speaking, I got a chance to see Miss Rhea in bed, right? I got a chance to see Miss Rhea in bed, right?
Look, Miss Rhea, like context.
I got a chance to see.
I FaceTimed yesterday because we were supposed to go to the movies to see Sinners. All of them, everybody was supposed to go, but everybody flaked out.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's why we be making plans with us, because that's why we ain't seen it without her. Like,
First of all, Miss Rhea the first one to copped out. Okay.
Miss Rhea, we didn't hear that part of the story.
Y'all, it was for $5.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. So anyway, I seen.
Why are you looking at me like it was
Ty,
only
you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I seen Miss Rhea in bed, right? Her headboard is 10 feet wide.
So what that mean?
That means she got a super king size bed.
So what that
have a king size bed.
No, that's a California king size.
So what does that mean?
That means more than one person fits in that motherfucker. And who the
Yes,
fuck?
her and her individual, 2 parties.
I feel like she has a big bed,
Miss
so
Rhea.
she can make a lot of room on the bed. She can move
And
how she want
sometimes
to
you
move.
don't always like to sleep in the same spot.
Correct.
She want to use the
sleep in
entire
middle of the bed.
That's a good part. You
I
can
don't
turn left or
understand.
right.
Okay, she's using the entire bed. What is the problem?
The problem is that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all always make up for each other.
She making good use of her king.
Okay.
Right.
What is
There
the
you
problem?
go. That part. And then you have to get rid of that. When you get in a relationship, you got to get rid. Do you get rid of your mattress when you get a new person?
No.
That's a conversation.
Miss Rhea, that's for another time.
Yeah. Call me Miss Rhea.
Just get a steam
That's gonna be
one.
another topic.
No,
That's gonna be a topic on what?
Just
On
get
Raw but Real.
You should have a mattress cover.
Just get a steam wash.
Not a mattress cover. Who said that, Chanie?
You know she did.
You don't have a mattress pad? You should have a mattress pad.
You know.
And you should be changing the mattress cover.
No, Miss Rhea, like I'm not a squirter, so she don't keep no mattress pad.
Oh my
Miss
God.
Rhea doesn't have a wet butt.
Did you hear her voice?
Not a long time, Lord.
She doesn't in a long time. She ain't had a wet butt. Okay.
No, it's been a long time. She squirted. That's what she said.
No,
I think that goes into the
It doesn't
wet
matter.
butt.
Thank you, Calvin. I appreciate that.
Calvin, you like, boy, you remind me of a college coach. You gonna keep going till you get to the NBA.
That's how you get in the
I don't blame him. Brittany, you a nice looking lady. Okay. Why you clenching your pearls? You okay? You got palpitations? You okay?
I don't have no palpitations.
I mean, why you like this? You touch and say,
Oh
okay.
my God. We gotta wrap this up.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all all right?
You okay?
No.
Fine.
I don't know.
Did they get horny or something?
No.
I don't know what happened.
I'm talking about the comment.
Okay. Hold on, what the hell happened?
All right. Thank you guys. Thank
Dorian,
you guys
it's Dorian.
so much.
Dorian
ain't sent no dick pics in the thing, did he?
No.
Okay. This is getting out of hand.
It's taking a turn. This is where my misplaced anger is.
I don't know what just happened on today's show.
He said Scorpion women are
If
such
you gonna
freaks. I actually
read it.
slept with a pregnant one before.
Oh,
wow.
No condom. Good one.
That's the.
I mean, if they're pregnant, they've been checked out already, and
That's wild
I
work.
mean, and you don't have to
That's
worry about
wild
getting
work.
them pregnant again. You might as well go ahead and shoot up the infant club.
Infant club is wild work.
When that kid come out to look like you, though, that's gonna be crazy.
Ooh.
You got Tracy. You got to come out with a mustache, just full of beard. Da.
Please.
Anyway, somebody, you got the same voice when you was born. Talking about why? Anyway,
I think y'all mean to meant shouldn't, or maybe she meant should.
Why is Miss Rhea agreeing with Dorian?
That should. When they wait, what does stockpile mean?
That means basically like gang up on men.
What?
Like gang
For
like,
future reasons.
Yeah.
So is that like a manipulating factor?
It could mean that, or just being super aggressive with them, just to get what they want up out of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They know what it was when they signed up.
This is so sad. I don't know what is happening.
Oh, she's appalled. Hey, y'all, let's get out of here. Thank y'all for watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on podcasting. Don't forget to go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button.
Please do. We're going to do better next week.
And go to Talk to Todd and hit the subscribe button.
Definitely.
We are going to do better next
And
week.
if y'all have any ideas for topics, we don't mind. You just go to our page. Just go to the podcast page, and in the comments, hit us with a couple ideas, and we don't mind having your ass on. You can be a host for the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be cool. Definitely open to new topics and guests.
Just make sure you don't hit on the damn table and smack your gum in the mic. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you mean it to me? You shouldn't be sexing on somebody.
That's what I think she said. She meant shouldn't.
Yeah.
She said what? Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. She meant shouldn't, and I agree.
I have checked out because this conversation took a turn.
It did take a turn
that I didn't even want to be on the road with that one.
Oh my God! No more dick pics, fellas. We'll see y'all later.
All right, peace.
I'm like, I'm looking at the comments. Like, did that just happen?
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you